If you're not satisfied with your life, then this video is for you. Watch it until the end, because what you're about to hear has the power to change everything. Let me tell you a story that might just shift your entire perspective on life. Once upon a time, a crow was living a life he couldn't bear. He felt rejected, unloved, and worthless. Sitting alone on a branch, he began to cry bitterly. Imagine that feeling, being so overwhelmed with sorrow that even the simplest existence feels like a punishment. His tears weren't just drops of water. They were the weight of years of pain and longing. As fate would have it, a monk was sitting beneath that very tree. A single tear from the crow fell and touched the monk's cheek. Startled, the monk looked up and saw the crow sobbing. In a calm and compassionate voice, the monk asked, "Why are you crying, my friend?" The crow, with his voice trembling and his heart heavy, replied, "O wise one, I am miserable. No one loves me. Everywhere I go, I am shooed away like I'm nothing. I have no friends, no beauty, no purpose. I wish for death because at least in death, I might find peace." Have you ever felt this way? That no matter what you do, life seems unfair and others have it better? If so, stay with me because the story might resonate more deeply than you think. Hearing the crow's words, the monk's heart filled with understanding. He said softly, "My dear crow, life is not about what others see in us, but about how we choose to see ourselves. Happiness doesn't come from others' acceptance, but from our own." But the crow, blinded by his pain, couldn't grasp these words. "You don't understand," he said. "My life is unbearable. If only I could be something better, something loved." The monk smiled and said, "If that is what you truly wish, then I will help you. Tell me, what do you want to become? I will make it happen with my mantra. But before I do, there's something I ask of you. Go and see if those you envy are truly happy." Curious and desperate, the crow agreed. He wanted hope. He wanted proof that life could be better. His journey began, and with it, an important lesson that most of us overlook. The crow flew to a swan, gleaming white as the moon, gracefully swimming in a serene pond. "You are so beautiful," the crow said. "Your feathers shine like pearls, and everyone adores you. Surely, you must be the happiest bird alive." But the swan looked at him with sad eyes. "You think I'm happy?" said the swan. "I am not. While my feathers may seem beautiful, they are plain. They lack the vibrance of the world's colors. I often wish I were a parrot, with its dazzling hues. Perhaps the parrot is the happiest bird in the world." The crow was stunned. The swan, the very creature he envied, wasn't happy. Does this sound familiar? How often do we think others have it all, only to discover they carry hidden burdens of their own? Determined to find happiness, the crow set out to meet the parrot. The parrot, with feathers painted in vivid shades, looked like a living masterpiece. The crow eagerly asked, "Surely you must be happy. You are vibrant, admired, and adored." The parrot sighed. "It's not as wonderful as it seems. People love me for my colors, but they cage me. I live in constant fear that someone will trap me forever. I envy the peacock, who is even more stunning and admired than me. He must be truly happy. Do you see what's happening?" The crow keeps looking for happiness in others, but everyone he meets is longing for something they don't have. It's a cycle we're all caught in. But the crow wasn't ready to stop. Finally, the crow flew to the peacock. The bird's dazzling feathers shimmered like a living rainbow, and crowds of people surrounded him in awe. After the people left, the crow approached him and said, "You are magnificent. People flock to see you. They treasure your beauty. You must be the happiest bird on this planet." The peacock lowered his head and said, "You think this is happiness? Look around you. I am trapped in this cage. My beauty, which you admire, is the reason I am not free. People pluck my feathers, treating me like a thing to possess. I long for the freedom you have. For days, I've been watching you from this cage, wishing I could soar through the skies like you, untouched and free." The crow was stunned. He had spent so much time comparing himself to others, envying what they had, that he had failed to see the one thing he already possessed: freedom. The crow returned to the monk, humbled and enlightened. "O wise one," he said, "I no longer wish to be anything else. I now understand the gift of being myself." In our lives, we often fall into the trap of comparison. We see what others have and believe they are happier, more fulfilled, or more successful. But the truth is, every life carries its own struggles. When you focus on what you lack, you miss the blessings you already have. So, ask yourself, how much time have you spent wishing for someone else's life, not realizing they might be wishing for yours? Happiness isn't about having more. It's about appreciating what you already have. Stop chasing after an illusion of perfection. Stop comparing yourself to others, because the moment you let go of envy, you'll find that the life you have is already enough. The happiest person in the world isn't the one who has everything. It's the one who values what they have. Choose to be that person. Choose to be free.